What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video here at Chris's MMA Universe. For this video here, I want to be talking about a potential fight between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Tony Ferguson. Now, for those of you that don't know, this fight has been scheduled 4 times in the past and has been canceled all of those times. A lot of people are saying that this is like a utterly cursed fight, that they never seen a cursed fight like this before, and there's been cancellations due to not making weight, due to injuries for both parties. So now Khabib right now is the current lightweight champion, and really what I want to talk about with this fight is how do I think the fight will go and who do I think will win this fight. As of right now, Khabib being the lightweight champion, I think kind of hurts Tony Ferguson in a way. Now, you would think that it would be a great thing. I mean, Tony Ferguson technically was the lightweight champion. I know he was the interim champion, but then they labeled him the lightweight champion. So, technically, he was the champion before until he got injured, then got stripped of the title. Now, Khabib being the lightweight champion, the reason why I say that it might hurt Tony Ferguson is because right now, Tony Ferguson has not got a title shot and is currently on like a 14 or 15 fight win streak. Now, I'm just guessing there, but it is somewhere within that vicinity of fights and that win streak. His only loss in the UFC was years and years ago against Michael Johnson. So, right now, the reason why I say I think it hurts Tony Ferguson is because Dana White is very skeptical on making that fight again. Now, I know right now, currently, Khabib Nurmagomedov is taking on Dustin Poirier for the lightweight title. I do understand that. But I think it kind of hurts Tony Ferguson because, like I said, Dana White doesn't really want to make this fight. I mean, I know he's very skeptical. He knows that it will make money. It's a very smart business decision to make this fight, because this is the fight that the fans want to see. But I understand that he doesn't want to try and book it a 5th time because of the times that it got canceled before. You know, if it got canceled 4 times, what's to stop it from being canceled a 5th time? But also, Tony Ferguson is talking about a rematch with Donald Cerrone, which there's really no reason or no point to even make that rematch. The fans don't want to see that fight. I mean, I don't want to see that fight. We've seen that fight already. And it was very one-sided. But anyway, I want to get to the actual fight. And I do think right now Tony Ferguson is the lightweight GOAT. I know some people might argue Khabib, but I mean, Tony Ferguson has the bigger and better names that he's fought. His resume is much stronger than Khabib's. And, well, I'm going to say at least a little stronger. But he has fought the more known names. And honestly, if they were to fight each other, I believe Tony Ferguson will be walking away with the win. I don't see Khabib being able to match Tony Ferguson's cardio. His gas tank is on a total other elite level. There's no way that Khabib will be able to match Tony Ferguson's cardio. I believe that Khabib is getting much better on his striking. His striking game is definitely improving, but I do think that Tony Ferguson has him in that department. And I know Khabib was saying that if he were to take Tony Ferguson down, that he'll be able to hold him there and do whatever he wants with him because he's too skinny. I don't know about that. I mean, if you end up taking down Tony Ferguson, he's very dangerous from the bottom. He'll be throwing elbows. He'll be trying to attack you with submissions. And I do believe that if Khabib does decide to take Tony Ferguson down, which we all know will be Khabib's method on trying to win the fight, like he does with every other fight, I don't think that Khabib will be able to hold him there. And if he does, it would be the Tony Ferguson's deciding to stay there to try to attack him with submissions. I do believe that he would actually be able to catch Khabib in a submission. Now, I do believe that the fight will be ended in the later rounds, but I do believe that it will be ended due to Tony Ferguson finishing Khabib. And I am saying that he will finish Khabib because I do believe that he will catch Khabib in a submission if Khabib decides to lay on top of him. Khabib is a fantastic grappler, a great wrestler, a better grappler than I would say wrestler, but there's openings with Khabib. Khabib is a fighter that does not do well when his back is against the fence. Yes, I do understand that a lot of people are threatened to take him to that area because that's where he shines. But Khabib does not. Khabib shines when you are against the fence. I mean, he uses the cage as like a tool to hold you there, to pin you there. But Khabib does not do well when his back is against the cage. Khabib will actually strike with you, and he will not attempt any takedowns if his back is against the fence. He will actually strike with you to actually get out of there. And that's actually what you want with a fighter like Tony Ferguson. I mean, you actually want that. I mean, that's actually was perfect for Conor McGregor. If he was able to back him up against the cage and strike with him there, would have been very likely for Conor McGregor to drop him. But even with Tony Ferguson, that would actually work in his favor if Khabib's back is against the cage, for Tony Ferguson to actually move on him there, because Khabib is only going to strike with you to get out of that position, to get out of that area. So that would actually work for Tony Ferguson's favor. That would actually work for Tony Ferguson to actually dominate the fight right then and there, to actually potentially get the finish. But if Khabib wants to lay on top of him and actually, because I do believe Khabib will take Tony Ferguson down. I do believe that. But Tony Ferguson is very dangerous from his guard. He has a very dangerous guard. He's dangerous off his back. He will still throw elbows. I mean, you could break Tony Ferguson's arm and he's still going to come for you. There's no breaking Tony Ferguson. He will still come for you. He will have 2 broken arms and still try to attack you with kicks, elbows. I mean, there's no matching. I mean, he has a very deep fighter mentality where there's no breaking him. I do believe that Tony Ferguson will definitely win this fight. I'm not going to say that he's going to dominate the fight. I do believe that it will be a great fight. I know it's the fight that fans want to see, whether you're casual or hardcore. I do believe that Tony Ferguson will win this fight by submission or by TKO in the later rounds. I will say somewhere between round 3, 4, 5. But Tony Ferguson, I mean, just imagine having his cardio where he has the kind of cardio where he could go as hard as he wants in any round. He could go out there in round 5 and fight as fresh as he did in round 1. I mean, he will go after you with injuries. It does not matter. There's no stopping Tony Ferguson. And, you know, he's just a true fighter at heart. This is the fight that fans want to see. I do believe that Tony Ferguson is the lightweight GOAT. And I do believe that he will finish Khabib Nurmagomedov if they were to fight each other. I hope that this fight gets done. I hope that Khabib actually beats Dustin Poirier, only because I would love to see Tony Ferguson versus Khabib. And it would be just at higher stakes for the title. Now, I do believe Tony Ferguson wins. Khabib does not win this fight. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. If you enjoy my content, please make sure to subscribe. Smash the like button. And Dana White, please give the fans what they want to see, which is Tony Ferguson versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. And I'll see all you guys in the next one.